Hello, everybody, Twitch and YouTubes. Welcome back. It's good to see you again. I haven't posted or really streamed anything in a long time. It feels like forever since we last played, even longer than the last time we took a break, but it's only been, like a month? So it's a little
I think
crazy.
so.
But I'm glad to be here as always. Unfortunately, one of our players is not here at this time. Hopefully, he'll join us a little bit through the session, so we'll see how that goes. For now, we're just going to have his character in the background. Do apologize for that, but stuff happens. Maybe something. Hopefully, everything is okay with Spiff. So. But I do have our Fabulous Four today, which sounds a little nicer when I say it. Fabulous Four. Not that we're getting rid of George, but Fabulous Four here. So we got Delmar being played by Simon here. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello. We got Pot being played by Miles.
Yo.
We got Arida being played by Cooper.
That's me.
And lastly, but not least, it is Silky being played by Jake.
Yes.
So much energy in this group.
So much energy this morning. It's like a Saturday morning or something, or a Sunday morning. Yeah. All right. Well, I don't think we have too many housekeeping things for this session. We did level up last time, so you should see that on your screens reflected, minus maybe an updated scorecard for Ivarin because he hasn't leveled up yet, so I don't know his new HP. But regardless, I think everything is good to go. And I'm just going to jump into the recap for the last session. So previously on the Triquetra, waking up in the wreckage created by the colossal black dragon, the group tries to flee the Plum House. On their way, they stumble on Turmo and Pot. It seems that Turmo was stabbed by a third party with the same sword that the group currently possessed. Delmar came up with a brilliant plan to test the paradox by throwing their copy of the sword at the one used to kill Turmo. Needless to say, the experiment did not go well, creating a massive explosion and knocking out Delmar and Ivarin, who are already rough for wears from the siege of the castle. Just before death, Turmo asked if the group had found the Infinite, someone they have been looking for in the year 2551, when they previously met, according to Turmo. Before they could process everything, the time stream opened up and sucked them back to the prism, leaving Berg behind to fare for himself. Ignoring the fact that their friend just had underwent a supernatural transformation, the group proceeded to try and learn more about the impact of what they have just done. They discovered that the timeline was changed slightly, the plague being released 2 years later than originally. It seems that Turmo was not the only one involved in the plot. They attempt to probe Ozun and Riggs for more information to formulate a plan going forward, learning that they could not yet go back as far as 2551 due to the strength of their temporal anchor. As they were trying to come up with a plan of action, they were interrupted by an attacking horde of raiders led by the Jackal himself. Despite some brilliant tactics and a valiant effort by the Triquetra, the base is quickly overwhelmed. However, Riggs manages to transport the group through time and space just in the nick of time. The group found themselves in a nearby desert just hours prior to the attack. On their way back to the prism, they came across Mobius and learned how powerful the creature really was, dispatching 7 Forsaken Raiders without opening his eyes or even lifting a finger. The group decided to ask the entity's help. He agreed in exchange for a returned favor later down the road. The party agreed without hesitation and received what appears to be a time bomb in exchange. With its help, the party stops time during the attack on the prism and is able to kill the Forsaken with breezing ease. They leave the Jackal alive and take him prisoner. Despite the surprise attack, the party wasted no time in coming up with their next plan. Faced with several options, they decided to pursue a stronger anchor to ultimately return to the year 2551 and fulfill the loop set forth by Turmo. Riggs suggested that the crown of the Dwarven King, which was rumored to house the Rune of Valor, might be just what they were looking for. Unfortunately, the crown was lost with Wormendar Kingdom, when it fell after the plague hit. Nevertheless, the party decided to investigate and were transported through space by rigs just outside the capital of Deldamir. And that is where we pick off as the party journeys through the time stream once more. And this time, thankfully, relatively uneventfully while you're journeying through the tunnel of light itself. But I do need you guys to make your first roll of the game, and it's just going to be a D100.
I'm fucked.
Ooh.
Oh wow! Everybody actually rolled
God!
fairly decently.
Go fuck yourself, DM. This party is too legit to quit.
Well...
So, from traveling from the prism, which is naturally situated in the Great Crystal Desert, you feel not a humid, but definitely a dry heat as you leave the place. But as you're transported through the tunnel, your surroundings kind of cool, and you're kind of used to that sensation, but it's not super cool. But once you pop out on the other side, you're instantly pierced with the icy claws of a blizzarding wind that just pierces you immediately. And you find yourself kind of almost in a blur, and you still think you're kind of traveling through the tunnel of time, but well, in this case, only space rather. And you see just snow just falling straight in front of your eyes. Visibility is very minimal. And Delmar, I think we established that you don't feel cold. That's correct, right? But nevertheless, you actually don't see Delmar around you. And Delmar, you actually find yourself in some kind of liquid, and you quickly realize that you're underwater.
Again?
The rest of you realize that you're standing on a thin, well, you don't know quite how thin or thick this layer is, but you're standing on what appears to be a frozen river, and from underneath you suddenly start hearing thuds as you see a very blurry outline of Delmar below the ice.
Hello, guys!
Well, I guess if it was going to be anyone,
Yeah,
it's better him than anybody else.
And you start actually see...
It's a good thing it's him that's drowning.
Yeah, you actually start seeing him being carried ever so slightly by the current, which seems to be going just to your right.
I wave at him.
As I get pulled away.
If only he could turn into an octopus.
Yeah, okay, so do I see anything else in the water?
No, you do not see anything else. You're kind of staring up at this point, and you're just thudding against the ice. But if you look around, everything is dark. You're just barely able to get enough light just underneath the ice sheet itself. That just highlights just the top portion of the water.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm gonna be smart for once. I'm gonna turn into a dolphin and use echolocation.
Okay. What are you trying to echolocate? Any other presences, bodies?
Yeah, any other creatures or a way out. If I see a break in the ice somewhere or something.
Oh, okay, cool. Roll a perception check, and I guess you can do it at advantage.
I think I rolled.
And this is subtype echolocation perception check.
20.
All right, you got a 20. Yeah, so you actually, where you're at, you feel like the ice is fairly thick, but as just maybe a few meters downstream, you feel, or you get the feedback that the ice is a little thinner, and maybe there's a little hole. As far as the other creatures or anything else in the water, you do not get any feedback for that.
Okay. Well, who's the first one I see if I look up?
Standing above you is Ryda.
Okay.
But you're slowly you're getting carried downstream because there is a little bit of a current. So it is definitely a river.
So I'm a tell right in her mind. Well, I'ma go that way because I can probably get out there. If you want to meet me over there, that's fine by me.
I give him
No,
a
I'm gonna-
thumbs up.
I'm gonna start swimming over there.
Okay, I will follow him.
Okay. As you swim or towards, or what would it be called? Yeah, I guess swim towards the section where the ice gets thinner. You do manage to find it, and right as you walk, kind of walk over him as he does so, you're able to kind of see that the ice thins a little and is probably pretty easy to break.
Okay, I'll punch it.
All right, let's do a strength
Okay.
check. With my
You know,
bare
that's when we
fists.
break the ice everywhere.
Because my katana is too precious.
Yeah.
There's no bear.
Oh, I do have I do have proficiency with unarmed strikes.
Oh, there you go. So she karate punches.
Could she like cut it out with her claws, like Catwoman style?
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
very nice.
So Ryda, you're actually like really good at punching ice, but not the Forsaken for some.
Hey.
No. You like yeah. You just like punch the ice and immediately it breaks, and Dalmar pokes his dolphin head out.
Oh boy.
Inspiration for the dolphin sounds.
Do I get them or only her?
you. She's not making dolphin sounds.
I'm not doing
Oh, okay. One inspiration from dolphin sounds good to know. And can I like use my flippers to get out, or do I have to turn back into robot form to like climb up?
You could probably seal your way out.
Yeah, I seal myself out and like I sit there on the ice, just like looking around. Like anyone else? Did anyone else follow, or was it just Raita?
Yeah, I think I would have just followed, I think.
Yeah, you see
Nearby.
them all around you, and they're all like shivering because you guys did layer up, but this
Not
this
enough.
wind just pierces all the layers you've had from, the thin ones that you managed to procure in the prism.
Yeah, I'm turn back into normal form and be like, so where to? Are you cold or something?
Yeah, how'd you guess?
Well, I mean, do you want my cloak?
Actually, sure. I mean, if you don't want it. Although it's sopping wet now, I'm actually probably fine.
Well, no, it's not wet because it's like I was out of the ice before I turned back, so it's fine.
Then sure.
I take off the cloak and I'm just like, well, here you go.
Am I warm enough now?
Probably not.
Yeah,
No.
probably not.
No.
It stops the
You
wind a little bit,
probably like on your travels, you've probably never quite been this far north. Like I don't know if you actually went to the kingdom of Deldamir or not, but you're definitely are not used to it. Probably like the least out of the party.
Yeah, I don't like being cold.
Well, so, what's the plan?
I guess we gotta figure out exactly where we are and then head towards the city.
Seems fair.
So we can see just like what we can see. Can you actually, Nite, can you just describe like what we see in each direction from us?
Yeah, so you're standing on this thick sheet of ice in the middle of what appears to be a river, and there's a bank on each side, and it seems to be a fairly hilly kind of surrounding or area. And actually, one of the hills is just like a straight up cliff on your left-hand side.
Okay, would you say it's more hilly on the left than the right?
Probably on the left, yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's start by getting off the ice so nobody else is drowned.
And kind of the plan, you guys, if you remember, was to transport you guys kind of in this area.
Yeah. So I think from that description, it looks like we're on the northern side of the river, facing towards Deldemir.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if we can get to the road, we should be able to get there pretty quickly.
Ooh, actually, which? Sorry, you go.
Oh no, I was gonna say, did we get any intel on this place, in terms of like the landings? Like, 'cause I know there was like the information about the vampire nation in the mountains, but like, and I apologize if you've told me, but like in terms of like, are there like tons of bandits, or like what are we gonna have to realistically contend with? Like, are the roads safe to travel on, or do we need to be like going like through the forests and over?
I think, if I'm remembering, I think it's kind of unclear how like much civilization has sort of remained in this area, but it's probably safer to just assume that it's not very safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I focused a lot last time on the vampires. It sounded like there is a nation. Like, we wouldn't get jacked up immediately.
Yeah.
Just because they're vampires. Like, there probably are bad vampires. Like, there are like bad bandits. But it sounds like they're not just like wild animals who just like lash out at anyone. They actually have like a society.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sorry to deflect then. So then, why don't we just try and make our way to the road like ASAP?
It seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the left or the right bank?
What's?
You said it was hillier on the left side?
Yeah, so if you're looking downstream, the left side is a little more hilly. On the right side, I mean, visibility is also really, really poor. So like, you're able to get on both banks, but you just see
we're here. We're on this.
On
river?
the left. Yeah. We're like around here somewhere. It was the.
Okay. So it's like it's like a northern. Can I look at the sun? Can I just try and orient us? Can we try and head north? Whatever that is.
It's actually like dark. So it's blizzard, dark, and even if there was a sun above, like, it would be where it's like a skybox or a sunbox.
Well, can we tell which direction the water is flowing?
Yeah. So if you're looking downstream or downriver, that's what I use as left and right.
Okay, then let's go to the left side.
Okay. Yeah, because we got to go downstream towards the ocean, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So you make your way to the left bank. You instantly notice kind of more and more snow as you step on it, and you very quickly realize that your shoes of all of your kind of gear is at least prepared for this.
Oh boy!
As you step directly into maybe at least a couple of feet of snow. And you start making your way into actual land. You don't see a road, however, you do see a signpost, and you actually see kind of spots where you see like tracks here and there, and you see kind of nearby the signpost, I guess you imagine it used to be the road. It's not quite stomped out, but you see a little bit of tracks here and there. You also see off to the side, kind of near some trees, this like dead body laying in the middle of nowhere, basically. And
does he have any heavy clothing on?
Yes, but it's fairly tattered, and the what do you call it? The body itself is being eaten by some very peculiar looking ravens.
Oh, okay.
It's almost like one of our party members mentioned something about there being extreme weather and needing.
Well, I will not go near that.
Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn second.
What?
I must speak to the crow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Telepathically.
What's up, Crow? How you doing?
Hello there.
The crow looks up from the bloody body and looks at you, and then all of them spring up into the air, spread out their wings, and begin to fly up. And as they do so, there's a massive swirl of snow along with them, and you lose sight of them as this I guess snow vortex at this point kind of expands towards you, and you lose sight of everything for a bit as the snow hits your face and pierces your body with additional coldness. And when you look up, you actually, before you even open your eyes, you hear a roar.
Fuck.
And you see... Did I not import this one? Sorry, my bad. Let me do this really quick. I thought I imported it. You see this standing where the crows used to stand.
Oh,
Oh.
shit!
Oh, it's David. Buddy.
And you roll initiative.
Oh, great.
I only wanted to say hi!
Alright, so this guy is right here. Feel free to drag your tokens out.
So I might need to pop that out
So-
because I have a lot of track.
Whereabouts would we be?
You
Oh, if
just
you wanna move
emerged
this.
from the river here. So yeah, Delmar probably is the closer one here.
Hello there!
Rida is like right here. Silky is like right here. And then
That's
I'll
me.
also draw.
Oh, no.
Delmar.
Oh,
Oh my god.
We used it all up in our teleportation.
All the good rolls.
Rider to the save.
Holy shit.
All right.
Yeah, don't count on me yet.
I don't know what happened to the turn order, but
You never put it up.
there
There we go.
All right. So let me pull this guy up really quick.
You need to roll for the
For
David.
Yeah. Let me roll for the guy first.
little nosy guy.
His name's David.
His name's
No, I was talking about this nosy guy.
David. Okay.
No, how'd I?
Yvarin.
This noisy guy.
Oh.
that guy.
The little NPC we've got.
Yeah, the little NPC.
He's
Alright.
trying his best.
Initiative.
I'm helping.
I'm helping.
All right. Sorting in descending order. All right, you got the initiative.
Okay, not that close to it. I guess I can go here. And I'm going to posture myself defensively. So I get a +1 to my AC, and then I'm gonna hold my action.
Nice. So yeah,
Um,
you plant your feet in the snow and kind of raise your katana in a defensive manner here, ready for the creature to make its move.
100%. He's not immune, but he is gonna be protected against cold damage. In other words, I'm fucked.
Delmar, it is
Yes.
your turn.
I mean, what do I have? I have... I mean, Okay, quick question, Nite.
Yeah.
If I were to cast Elemental Weapon,
Mm-hmm.
would that go into my animal form? Probably not, just a weird question, but...
What do you mean go into your animal form? Like
Oh,
concentration?
like would his claws become like?
Yeah, like would my claws
Oh.
become like
That'd
acid,
be
cold fire,
cool as
light, and
shit.
thunder, whatever I choose?
So remind me what elemental weapon do, doesn't it just like imbue your normal weapon?
Oh.
So basically, a weapon I choose becomes magical and gains.
Sure. I think you can imbue your claws or something.
Oh.
Because technically, I can go into animal form and cast stasis at the same time. I can't attack, but I can like prepare it.
Yeah, I think you can do that on your physical attacks as your animal form.
Good to know.
Now the thing is it's concentration, and I think your animal forms are also concentration. No. No.
No.
That's weird.
I can keep concentration while in animal form, but I
Okay.
can't cast new ones.
Okay.
How far am I? I don't remember how to use this shit. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so I can get up to him.
Mm-hmm.
If I could, I would like to not use another wild charge, but I guess I'm gonna have to. Is this thing tough? Do you guys think?
I mean,
I think you take a pot shot at it and
It's
save.
towering above Rida a couple of feet.
Oh, right, it's pretty big.
How tall's Ryder?
I am about 6.5 feet, just over.
I
Okay.
take it doesn't wear in the map.
But I mean, I think it's a large creature,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
it's bigger.
Okay.
This Nite, this is a stupid question, but it doesn't happen to have any metal on it.
No, it does not have any metal that you
I
can see.
figured as much. Hit metal! Whoa! Yeah, so I guess. So has the storm died down a bit now?
No.
Like it's not as.
It hasn't been that
Okay.
long.
I guess I will walk. Actually, how far? Yeah, I'm gonna take a pot shot at him with my crossbow.
All right.
It's a hand crossbow that I have not written down in my attack, so. Anyone know the stats for a hand crossbow?
Uh-huh.
1d6. So I get. I'm missing some music here, Knight. You need to put on some music.
Here you go.
I got your music right here. Son of a bitch.
Let's see what looks good.
Yeah, I miss. Horribly.
Yeah. So you shoot the crossbow, and you're not quite you're not quite accustomed to this much wind and coldness. So you're like, as you raise, well, actually, again, you don't feel cold, I guess. But yeah, you essentially miss, and the arrow goes somewhere into the trees behind him. Anything else?
Yeah, I will walk up. Wait, so can I like? Right is in defensive stance. You're dodging, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sneak up behind you then.
All right.
Put my hand on your back. I got your back.
All right. With its light-ish silver / bluish hair waving in the blizzard, it's going to approach you, Rida, and it's going to, as it does so, it's going to, what's the word? I guess pound its chest with its fists, and you go with a roar twice with Clyde from each hand to try to go for you. So,
Why did I not take call
you're
man
at
mode?
16, right? 16
Yes.
AC? All right, so it does hit you first time, second time it's a miss, but the first one is a crit.
Oh no.
Oh God.
There goes my other ear.
There goes my other ear. Let me pull up the crit table really quick. But you are going to take 8 plus 6, 14 slashing damage.
Ouch.
And also 3 cold damage.
Oh, fuck.
I'm already cold.
And
Don't do
as
that.
for your crit, this is slashing, so 29. Oh no.
You did roll disadvantage though, right?
For what, sorry?
For her dodging.
Oh,
Right.
right.
Haha!
You got it. Okay, so the first one was a miss. Second
Oh, thank God.
one is also a
Okay.
miss. Okay, so you don't take anything.
Oh
I
my
saved
god.
you!
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Thank
got it.
you.
You got it. Yeah, so actually the first one looks to be
Dodge.
coming straight for you, Ryda, but because of your defensive posture, you kind of prepare yourself and you're able to dodge just out of the way. All right.
Awesome. Can I take my action?
Yes.
Awesome. And I just got extra attack. Can I use that now too?
Because you readied it, I believe you can, yeah.
Awesome.
All right, so you got a 17 and an 8 and a 13, which are both misses. The first
Damn.
one, though, you like swipe your katana up just as he clawed at you, and his face is really close, but because you had to dodge, you kind of don't get quite a good position, but you do manage to like slice a lock of his hair off.
Tell me
But
17 is a
no
miss.
damage. All right.
Well, good luck, guys.
Oh God.
Ivarin is going to sidestep over here. And he is going to... Let's see, I don't know his spells that well.
Just cast a generic fireball.
He's going
No,
to
there was a really
go-
annoying one he always used to do. I can't remember what it was. Like it was
Magic
really
missile?
good. No. There was another one that he always used to spell. It wasn't a damaging spell. It was like... And Nite used to get frustrated when he'd use it.
He's actually going to try and go for hideous laughter. So, has to make a wisdom saving throw.
It's annoying that you got a spell card.
I would
That's
hold
the
on.
one.
I would. Oh shit! No, my important rolls are really high. I was gonna say I could make him fail that, but I think my rolls are too high for
He
that.
does fail it,
Ah.
so he is going to start laughing uncontrollably.
It's like
Alright.
adding injury to insult at this point.
Pot.
He's prone now, right?
Is it prone or does it act as if they're prone?
A creature.
Falls.
Or prone, yeah.
Yeah, falls prone.
Yep. All right. Yeah. And
Incapacitated.
he
This
just
is
falls with
a
his butt
damage spell
back.
too, right?
Nope.
Like it.
No.
No, like as in like if we damage him, this thing ends, right?
He gets
I
a
think-
roll. He gets a roll.
Yeah.
But yes, he is prone.
Okay. Well.
Okay, it's advantage. You get advantage on a roll if it's triggered by damage.
Oh.
I don't know if he gets
As well.
advantage on that, but
Yeah, it says that. The target has advantage on saving
Yeah.
throws if it's triggered by damage.
Oh, okay, cool, nice. So yeah, pot.
Hmm.
Can we restrain this dude?
Cast a dot on him!
We want to restrain him.
Yeah, exactly.
Can he speak? That's
I am going to... I can move 30, is it?
Yeah.
Believe
If
so,
my speed's
yes.
30, then it's 30.
Yes.
Mhm.
But then I can Misty Step now. So I could move here, Misty Step's a bonus action, and then Misty Step like to here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
would
then I-
miss this step over here somewhere to get flanking.
True, when he stands up, I guess. Okay, well, I'll do that. So, hey. So, I'm here. My bonus action has been fully deployed. I'm going to... I am going to attack, but... Okay. I'm going to attack
You get
with
advantage.
my sword.
Schwack him.
I'm gonna schwack him. I get... So, I'm gonna see how I go, because then I might apply Divine Smite, but I get an extra attack now that I'm level 5. So, I don't know how all this works. So, I'm one-handed with a shield, so I go boom. Ignore the necrotic damage, that's if I crit, which
well,
I
you
have.
do crit.
So, I
Oh my
do...
god.
Oh my
So
God.
roll another
6 plus
d20
8.
first. Roll a d20.
16.
Oh, actually, because you rolled a 20, it's a triple crit anyway. So you triple your base damage. So it's 2 times 3, which is 6, plus another 4, which is 10, plus your necrotic damage of 11. So you do 21 points of damage to this guy. And
Cool. Yeah. I'm also going to add on a Divine Smite onto this, if that's okay.
Cool,
And I
cool,
get
yeah.
another attack after this.
I mean, we said we were gonna catch him, not brutally
Also-
murder him.
also you get a d100 for your critical hit to see the effect. So go for that, and then go ahead and roll your
18.
Divine Smite. 18. So
Roll.
you really cut deep into his back, and he starts actually bleeding this dark, blackish liquid out of his veins, and he
Oh.
roars amidst his laughter in this laughing pain.
I
Go
do
ahead and roll a
6
d4
extra
as well.
damage.
6
Okay,
damage.
I do 6 extra from Divine Smite.
Mhm.
Your
And
Divine
then a
Smite is
D4.
also critted, by the way.
Oh, it's crit because... Well, it's... Is it?
Yeah, your
No.
Divine Smite also gets crit.
I think it
Oh,
does.
does it
I
have
think,
a-
I
Yeah,
think,
it does.
I think. Yeah,
What's-
like paladins when they crit are unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, if it's a undead or fiend, I roll an additional
Oh.
1d8.
Oh.
Is it Nite?
So tell us, DM.
It's not a fiend or
Ah,
undead.
Okay.
It's not fiend or undead?
No.
No, okay.
God, he's about to melt this dude.
Wait,
He
so how
just
much
he
damage?
just turns into
Let me-
dust.
Let me check. So... Where are you? Oath of Vengeance. If we get the... It's not Oath of Vengeance, it's just Paladins generally. Why? Just to check if that's a crit, right?
The what? Oh, the crit effects. Yeah, I'm not aware of any crit effects on that.
So-
But
This is D&D Beyond, but...
Are you wondering about Sacred Smite or whatever its name is?
Yeah, if Divine Smite gets a crit.
Yeah, it
This
does.
is-
Like, you double the damage on the Divine Smite if it's a crit.
In addition to the... That's from D&D Beyond. Does Divine Smite... Yeah.
I
Okay,
don't. I
I'm
don't
just
think
checking
like
posts.
people had Divine Smite before, and I don't remember ever them getting any crit effects. But let me look myself.
No links around. I just looked at a Reddit link, and like the consensus is yes, it does. Everyone's like, yeah.
Divine Smite.
Like the thing is, it's in the crit itself. Like
Yeah.
all damage.
You
Again,
roll all
I've always
dice
played.
twice.
Yeah.
Whenever I DM for my paladin, I always count it because like it's in the same way that if you crit on like a rolled spell, that damage is crit damage.
Does that
Yeah,
mean
it's
that
like-
my necrotic is crit as well?
Yeah,
I
like
guess.
all the damage are crit.
Mm-hmm.
All the rolled dice are
Jesus.
doubled.
Yeah.
So that that necrotic damage there. What? Explain to me the 11 plus 14.
Yeah,
So
well,
you're-
that's the inherent crit effects from the thing, but we're doing a different system.
Oh, I gotcha.
So I
Okay.
guess it would be 33 and 12, 40. Yeah, I think you kill him with one shot. So you just go
Holy
like
shit.
fucking like berserk on this guy as he's laughing in the snow. You just slide and just like cut him, and you just like slice him in half, and like his torso falls over and begins bleeding and staining the snow.
I just
Jesus.
turn to the group and pretend to like tighten up a tie and unsheath my sword.
All right.
Well,
Well done. Right, are you okay?
yep.
All right, you didn't take any damage. I forgot.
For once, I didn't take damage.
And I didn't cover behind you, I promise.
Jesus, I was going to do more damage than... Oh.
Well, Pot can be in front from now on.
So, what now? Anyone want to make a fur coat out of that thing?
Honestly,
Yeah, might not be a bad idea. If we can make 2 or something.
yeah. Can we
Well,
check
it's split in
out?
half, so...
Yeah.
One person can make a coat, and the other person can make pants.
Little woolly pants.
Is
We could probably
anyone
make
of
2
us
coats, right?
proficient in like sewing? What's the English name for it?
Sewing.
Sewing?
Sewing. Yeah.
I doubt I am.
No, I'm not.
I'm just proficient in all the weapons, I think.
I mean, I'm one hell of a smith myself, if anyone ever find any iron, but other than that, I know my ways with flowers and shit.
Studying proficiencies.
I mean, I can have a go at sewing, but sewing, whatever. But I don't think anyone have anything to do it with, right? Ah, fuck it, I'm gonna screw it in. Skin it
Do
anyway.
it.
I'm gonna start skinning it.
Okay.
Sorry, question Nite, with spells. So how I'm allowed to take up to like 4 level 2, is it 4 or 5 level 2? I think it's 4 level 2 spells. Sorry, 4 level 1 spells and 2 level 2 spells. I can't take duplicates of a single spell, can I? Like I can't take 3 cure wounds or something, right? Or
I don't think there's
What's
any
that mean?
point because you have a limit as how many of each level you can cast, and if you cast the same one twice, it doesn't matter because it takes up a slot anyway. It's just the spells that you have access to cast. So there isn't really a point to take 2 of the same one because you can cast them as many times as you want up to your limit.
But don't I have to designate like those each day? Each time I do a rest, I've got to like choose
Right.
the 4 spells.
Yeah, but you still have spell slots.
Right, it's
it
just
doesn't
the
matter.
spells, so those 4 is what you have access to, and then you could cast all of them up to your daily spell limit.
Like you can cast one of the spells off all of the spell slots.
Okay, but so I don't need to like lock in the 4 specific spells each day. I just have
No.
4 spells and then
Just lock
Yeah.
in the 4 you would
Jesus.
potentially like to cast.
Like
You're just
basically-
preparing the ones you know, and then you can choose like which ones to cast. Whatever.
And
Yeah, so basically how it works is you, as we said, you prepare those spells until you take another rest. So those are the like the prepared spells are the ones you can cast till you
Yeah.
prepare new ones.
yeah. So, but can I prepare like? Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Okay, so I've prepared. Let's say I've prepared Cure Wounds and Bless, just as an example.
Yeah.
I could cast 3 of those Cure Wounds because I've already prepared that spell itself.
Yes.
I can cast multiples. Now I totally get what's going on. Cool. Alright, thank you. I've literally been
sessions in.
one-time use. One-time use. I'm like, all right, that's my cure wounds done for the.
Oh.
This.
Yeah.
God. Okay, Paladin's becoming way better than I thought now.
Yeah, you,
Okay.
you can also upcast spells.
What?
Yeah, so you can cast Cure Wounds
What?
with a
higher level.
second level slot. And it heals more.
Ah. Well, okay.
And check,
I'm gonna
check
Well,
the wording of
good
your spell.
to
'cause
figure that
not
out.
every spell can be upcast like that, but it'll say in the spell
Yeah.
description what
the
you
higher
get if
levels.
you upcast it.
Yeah, the higher spell
Yeah.
or whatever it is. Yeah, at higher levels. Okay.
So, as
Cool.
an example, I can see.
So, and just to be clear, so the table, it shows how many of each level you can cast during the day. The amount of spells that you prepare is
Uh-huh.
based on charisma, I
There you go.
believe.
So it says at higher levels, you can see there.
Yeah, the cure wounds there. Yeah.
So, like, what's your charisma score?
Charisma, like the plus to charisma
Yeah.
is 2.
So you can prepare 4, yeah. So you can prepare 4 spells total.
No,
and then
it's
you
plus
can
levels.
cast. I did at level, so 2 plus 2. It's
Wait,
half
no,
the
no,
level.
the full
to-
level.
It's half
No,
the
it's full
level.
level.
It
It's full
says
level.
half level.
What?
This
No.
is
that like a paladin thing?
Yeah. It's
here's
half-
the
it's
paladin
half.
table. I'll send you a link.
Yeah,
This
so
is
that's how
counter
many.
to-
That's how many you can cast.
Oh.
It's
Oh,
different.
so you do
for-
cast with charisma.
Yeah,
Yes.
paladins are charisma based.
I think that's the
some
problem with
wisdom.
paladins is they're multi-ability dependent. Right? So
Mhm.
they're like they
So-
need strength, they need charisma.
So you can prepare charisma modifier plus half your paladin level, rounded down. Number of spells. They can be split across your spell levels as you wish. So you could technically take all level 2s if you have 4 level 2 spells. And then you can cast at 5th level, you can cast 4 level 1s amongst the ones you chose and 2 level 2s.
Yeah. That's what that table showed me, that I can
Right.
cast 4 level 1s and 2 level 2s.
Whoa.
And then, but how many can I prepare then?
Your charisma plus
4.
half your
The
level.
charisma plus.
So it's 4 for you.
So 4 in total. Okay.
Yep.
That does not
Okay.
include. Oh, you don't have those though, so it doesn't matter.
I like paladin slightly less.
Yeah, you can't keep casting, or like you actually don't have that big of a spell list to prepare, but
Yeah, gotcha.
but you can
Okay.
technically like, yeah. All right. So as he begins skinning, you guys are just standing there, and you begin to feel even colder. I need everybody who feels cold to make a Constitution saving throw.
God.
Who feels cold?
Everybody but Delmar. So Pod and Silky as well, and then I'll roll for Ivarin.
Wait, that's just Constitution.
Yep.
Where's the save? Is it this one? There we go.
Yes. Silky?
He said
Oh,
there's
there's a huge snowstorm happening? What? Alright, let me roll for Silky then.
Think maybe real life?
Yes, I think so. Okay, everybody's good for the time being. But y'all are definitely feeling very, very chilly.
Okay.
I'm gonna huddle around the corpse and like if there's like steam coming out of it, I'm just gonna try to warm my hands.
Like Luke Skywalker and
Exactly.
gonna like climb
Actually, well,
outside.
this is a large creature. Could we fit
True. Can we just shove our arms like in its guts or something? And
I mean, yeah.
You will be super cold when you get out of it though, because
That's
of
true.
all the blood.
sure.
So you will like freeze to death in that case. In that case, it's just better to let me skin it and then just take the raw skin on you.
Mm. Okay, so I guess we like huddle I guess we should huddle up and just try and keep warm while Delmar does the skinning.
Yeah.
I mean, if you give me an hour, I can create a bonfire for us that when we need to rest.
I am going to summon my steed.
Okay.
Just have it follow us.
Now, it's either a what was it, celestial, fey, or fiend, or something like that.
You can make more. You can create your own thing.
Your choice, yes, celestial, fey, or fiend. What's the basic differences between a celestial, fey, or fiend? Like, fiend is no good. Celestial is like our angel friend.
Celestial is angel, Fey is druidic shit, and fiends are demons.
Demon kind of stuff. Okay.
So you can summon your horse and do extra damage against your horse.
Yep. If I wanted to punish it. If it's been silly, I'll resummon it as a fiend and
take out the whip.
No, I'll do an unarmed backhand to its to its butt with a divine smite. Yeah. No, so I'll summon my steed. It takes 10 minutes. It's going to be a warhorse celestial. Does that mean that it would have wings?
No.
Damn.
Pegasus incoming.
Yeah,
Free flying! Woo!
Yeah, it either we fly or it keeps us warm with its wing. So yeah, I'm gonna summon that and then just have the steed sort of stand near us. And would you say it would provide warmth, being a celestial?
It's a spirit.
But it may block. Oh yeah, true. How long does it take to skin?
Probably at least an hour.
Okay. Then I will change around my cantrips while doing it.
Okay. I'm gonna have the warhorse stand, like, block the wind from us. So it's like providing a little bit of directional cover if there's wind coming in. I guess
it can actually. Well, actually, probably. I don't know. But yeah.
I mean, if it's just like
maybe
standing, yeah, it's just standing there in the way of the wind, sort of. Can we make like a fire or something like that? Just like
I
a little...
have a tinder box and stuff.
I don't think it's gonna last long. I'm sorry.
But just like a little something for the hour that we've got to be here. What are your thoughts, Nite? Do you think it's possible that we, or I guess can we attempt to create like a little fire?
You can always attempt things.
What's that? There's
You
a special.
most certainly try.
There's a special type of way of creating a fire in the snow, right? Where you dig like the little hole and stuff, or something along these lines.
I have no idea.
I mean, you dig a hole to like shelter it from the wind. Then you look at the Swede knowing this on like without even. Yeah, but like you dig a hole to like defend it from the wind itself, like a hole deep enough so the wind can't get to it, and then you can light it.
Are we building a lean-to?
A little fireplace. I cut this Wendigo thing in half and killed it in one hit, and then now we're skinning it, but skinning's going to take an hour. So we're trying to get warm because we almost all took damage from being cold.
Can we taunt on it? Can we like...
We had that thought.
Yeah, but then the blood might make us cold and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like when you get out of it, you will freeze to death because of the bloody clothes.
So unless you've got a spell that can keep us warm, for example, what's that? Produce flame.
I have firebolt. I mean, I could ignite stuff.
Ooh.
True, you could burn a tree or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Are we not able to like cut a tree down? Like I can generate. I can't generate like continuous fire, but I could ignite things easily that are combustible.
What about the rock formations to our north here? Can we like get under that and sort of like well, if we take a tree or take parts of a tree or something, go over there, build like a bit of a bonfire, get under there so we're sheltered from the wind, and then Jake, Silky Johnson, shoots it with a fireball. Is that something we could try, Nite?
And now Nite's gonna go, "It's technically not a rock formation."
I mean, you could try and get behind it. It's not gonna provide all the cover, but yeah.
But would just try and get some cover from this wind so that we can get a fire kind of going, and then while
yeah, I mean the
Delmar
wind is still gonna get through a little bit, but
yeah, but it's better than being in the open.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess if anyone has objections, I guess we just sort of coordinate.
No, I'll help.
It's a good idea.
I can dig a hole or gather wood or something.
Yeah, so I think Raider and I go and get some wood, like a large amount of wood, I would say, not just like not a small little fire, but like large enough that yeah, it's gonna keep going if there's a bit of snow or wind sort of hitting it. Get over to the rock formation with the wind, like, you know, we're not going to be silly about it. We're not going to be standing out in the open kind of thing. Like, we'll try and minimize the wind as much as possible. I'll use the steed to block the wind even more if it can, even just a little bit, you know. And then, yeah, I guess Silky can do his magic.
okay. So who's doing what? Who's doing the tree cutting? Who's digging the hole?
I'll help cut the tree.
I don't think we're digging a hole anymore. We're making a bonfire.
Yeah, I'm not. I can. Yeah. I will. I think realistically would not help cutting the tree. My strength is so bad that I think I would be more harm than good than to any physical effort.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just find branches and stuff, like big branches and stuff, and snap them off and bring them back over. Just collecting wood in general, you know, from the trees. But I think we're just going to put like a whole bunch of logs and branches and stuff, like thick branches and whatnot, in a shape of a small bonfire, maybe, let's say like 4 foot tall or something, 4 or 5 foot.
You're speaking American. That was.
Sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna have Rida and Pod roll another con save.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, what did we roll here? Ooh, both of you. All right, both of you.
Oh right, you roll a third.
Both of you roll a 1d6.
Oh.
Damn it.
All right, Rida. As you're doing all this and you're treading through the snow, you begin Pod. No, not Pod. Rida, you begin to feel your foot go numb, and you raise like your pant leg a little bit, and you see it's all like black and blue and very stiff.
Oh my god, I have frostbite.
What?
Pot. You feel your nose get very, very cold. And Rida, when you look at him, his nose is like the same color as your foot.
Uh-oh.
So for Rida, what this means in game terms, you get minus 10 feet to your movement. And Pot, you get minus 2 for smell-based perception rolls, and also minus 5 charisma checks.
This is permanent, right?
You used to sound like this.
This is permanent.
You don't know.
You realize it's frostbite, bro. It's permanent.
Somebody, Silky, cast firebolt at my foot right now.
This is a bit extreme.
This
is really
I
extreme.
would recognize. I hope that's not a good idea, right? Like that's.
At my foot and at his face. Do it.
I think the tissue damage is already done. I think warming it at this point won't do anything.
Can't lose my foot.
We need to heal you. We need to get out of the cold now, so that the damage does not worsen.
Yeah.
Okay, let's abandon skinning this thing and just go.
Yeah.
Did you Google Frostbite before you made this up, Nite?
I did.
This is worse than a crit. Okay.
We're playing medically crunchy.
We're playing real. Okay.
All right. So you're abandoning the skinning and just going for it?
I think
we have no choice. We're
gonna die.
We're trying to cut
We're
trees
literally gonna
down
die in 30 minutes,
and create a fire.
Yeah.
I mean, by this point, Delmar is almost done with it.
I was gonna say, like, how long
Okay.
does it take for this to happen?
Probably like the hour that you're working on it.
Oh,
You've already
okay.
been close to an hour and a half in the cold.
And let's get our two friends super close to the fire to warm them up. Stat.
Yeah, in that case, I'm gonna take the, like, skin that I have. Did I do good?
Do like I don't know, survival check, I guess. I don't know what this would be. Probably survival.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I do good.
All right, yeah, you managed to get the skin pretty cleanly off of the creature.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give one half of the skin to the two, like, to each person that looks the worst, and then I'm gonna snap my fingers. I'm gonna summon a bonfire.
Okay.
Wait, you could have done that the whole time?
No, you needed an hour
Oh.
to prepare it.
Okay.
What? So, there you go. Gather around.
Oh my god.
All right, so you feel the warmth of the fire, although it's still fairly chilly. But together with the mantle that Delmar created, the four of you are able to huddle
This is a
underneath
big
it.
bonfire, by the way.
And Delmar just kind of sits there across from you, unaffected by the cold. It's a 5-foot cube.
Yeah.
It's not that
So-
big.
I am genuinely concerned that we can't actually go in. Like,
Yeah.
we have to wait for this to stop.
We have to wait for spring.
Yeah.
Well, I can summon this bonfire every, like, 5 feet or so we go. So, like, I can literally
Ignite
just
the
snap my
countryside.
fingers.
Mm.
I mean,
So,
more problematic though is we don't have a way back, right? Like, how were we supposed to, like, now that we're here, we have no way to return before, like, we have no way to exit this area. So our only way forward is forward.
Well, we can wait here until we
Well,
summon back.
I see what you're saying. I don't know. I think we need to forge ahead, man. Like, if we stay here, we're gonna get toasted.
Yeah.
And by
I mean,
toasted, I mean frozen.
It must be like minus 80, because I've been in minus 60 and I didn't get frostbite. So it must be really fucking cold.
I mean,
Yeah.
minus 60. You are you speaking Celsius or are you speaking Fahrenheit?
I converted to Fahrenheit. Yeah, I converted to
Yeah, I
Fahrenheit.
mean,
Okay.
for the frostbite to progress to like the blackened stage in like an hour,
30
that's
minutes,
pretty
40 minutes.
extreme.
Yeah, it's impressive because that's akin to like liquid nitrogen exposure.
So it's really like minus 300 or something. What's liquid nitrogen?
No,
We
you've
can't
been. Yeah, well, I mean, you're covered, but like when you're trudging through snow and you're building campfires and touching snow and touching cold trees, like
That's fair.
that's what speeds
getting
it
wet.
up.
Okay, so we got
Well,
a bonfire.
regardless,
we've got
I
some
think we
skin.
need to move forward and try to find like a less cold place as soon as
Yes.
possible.
I think with
I-
like continuous bonfire slapping down.
Yeah, I'd like
in front
to summon up Blakey Johnson and have him do a quick little scout of our surroundings from the sky. I think what I would like to know is how close we are to like any civilization. Like, is there a town nearby? Is there a large road that like adjoins where we are? I'm trying to figure out like, do we have time to like? I guess what I'm trying to figure out is if we're in the middle of nowhere, we need to just move. We need to get the hell out of here and like start making our way towards civilization. And if we're near civilization, like we can spend a little time like hunting and gathering fur and like creating stuff for ourselves. If that makes sense.
I agree.
Have we lost hit points?
No. Okay, so you send out Blinky Johnson. He does scout kind of up the river bank. He's unable to see too far because of the weather. But he goes maybe like a couple of miles up. I mean, he doesn't report any city, but he can't really see that far.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we did sort of find the trail.
Yeah.
And we know which direction the city should be, so I guess we just follow it.
Yeah, so you guys set off following the bank of the river. And go ahead and roll another set of Constitution saves.
Can I like make it a bonus if I keep slapping down the bonfire?
I think that was the purpose of the bonfires. That we're not getting frostbite cold.
Like it's a cantrip. I can just snap my fingers and it's
right. But I don't think it would a 5x5 foot like slapping it down next to you as you're walking would do anything.
I mean, it's hot enough, so if you stand right next to it, you take damage.
Yeah,
I
think
unless you're like
that
pausing every time and like warming yourself up.
I mean, if that's what we have to do, I feel like that's what we're gonna do.
We're not gonna walk and get frostbite again. It's just not. We're not gonna just.
We're gonna take the time we need and not use the F.
Okay, but still, Constitution saves. You can do it at advantage. Yes. Wow.
Oh my god, we're gonna die. We're gonna die from fucking frostbite.
This is insane.
Oh dear god, I'm gonna have to get Revivify, aren't I?
Revivify.
I mean, if we keep going like this.
Silky?
Yes.
Saving throw?
Oh, I thought I'm trying to take to a fire. Does that not do anything?
No, it doesn't matter.
It gives you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Apparently, it doesn't matter. Bullshit, there.
All right, I will use my port and roll a 16.
Okay. Ryda and Pot, you guys take a level of exhaustion.
Shit.
This is bad.
All right, so I'm assuming you still have Blinky kind of scouting ahead.
Yeah.
So maybe an hour and a half goes by as you guys are continuing. Most of you are getting tired, with the exception of Delmar, who is like, "Oh, this is a walk in the park." But eventually, Blinky comes back and he reports a city up ahead and like buildings.
Thank fucking God.
So as you continue forward, you start seeing like mostly ruined buildings on the sides of the roads. As the road kind of deviates away from the river for the first time. And you actually start seeing mountains up to your left through the blizzard, which slowly starts to thin, but it's definitely still there, limiting your visibility. But even through it, you're able to see mountains as you actually start to descend into the cliffy region to what you presume to be the surroundings of Deldemir. As you continue forward for a couple more minutes, Blinky again returns with a report that there's something or someone ahead on the road.
Wait, there's a road?
Fucking...
Well, along the path that you're following.
Oh.
It's gonna be Mobius. Okay. Can he just can he just go ahead and like land next to whatever that is? I just go in close and be just land. Yeah, just land like next to whatever it is.
I mean, if he flies off, he's gonna fly off into the wind to like no visibility. But you can tell him.
Well then, no. I won't sacrifice him. Okay. Well, I will tell the party. Just heads up, guys. It sounds like someone is up ahead.
Well, okay. You guys either die in the snow or you die by him. I'm fine either way.
I mean, those are the options.
I mean, we've got no choice, right? Like, we have to.
I don't think
We literally can't. Yeah.
You either die now or die later. I'm fine. Okay, so you continue forward?
If you're really, really cold, I could use heat metal on you. But I think that would have the opposites.
So, can we not just like walk like around this thing? Like, do we have to interact with this thing?
I guess we could try to go off the path.
I mean, I don't mind interacting with whatever this is. If it's on the road.
Is it standing still or is it moving?
I think we have to get closer. The visibility's so low that we have to just go to it to find out.
Okay, let's just go to it. I think I think the priority is we need to get out of the snowstorm. So we need to get.
I
mean,
the longer we out here making failed saves, the worse it's going to get, and the frostbite is clearly very dangerous.
I mean, what I'm thinking is he might have seen the light coming closer and closer and closer, and been like, "What the fuck is that?" So he might have been like got like someone sent out from the city because we're close to the city, right?
Mm-hmm. Presumably.
So yeah, so they like, we see some light out there. Go and check it out. If it's survivors, like, get them.
Sure, that's very optimistic. Let's go with that.
and your owl couldn't see. It's an owl, right?
Yeah.
It's
an owl, yeah.
It was like it couldn't see or something, or. Sorry, I missed the.
I think what Dimitri was saying is that the visibility is so low because of the snowstorm that Blinky can't determine what this thing is.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it gets like close.
It sounds like he would get like blown off into the storm if he flew away.
I mean, you can tell him to approach closer. It's just I was assuming he's just observing.
No, let's just go beat this guy in person.
Okay, so you continue down the road and you kind of approach cautiously and observe your surroundings. So as you continue through, you eventually start seeing a couple of figures off to the side of the road up ahead. They haven't noticed you yet, and they appear to be huddled kind of in a crouching position, like around a motionless body. And they appear to be eating it or something.
Okay. Can we go back to the desert now?
Do they notice us?
Not yet.
Okay, so guys, I reckon we just avoid this completely. We go around, or...
I agree. Is there any way we can kind of like... Since the visibility is so low, can we try to go like just a little bit off the path around these people?
And not in a silly way, like literally, hey, I'm going to take 20 steps this direction, and then I'm going to turn at a right angle, looking at where I've come from the snow, and then head like 50 steps that way, and then turn left to get back onto the path or something like that, Basically like a...
Yeah, it's kind of tight, but you can definitely, because you're basically like scaling the cliffside at this point. But you can try to, like, it's not super narrow, so like you can still try and go around it.
I just want to try to get like as far away from this group of people and go around them without interacting with them or drawing their attention.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, go for it. Let's do stealth checks at advantage though, because you're still able to like kind of use the blizzard to your advantage, but
Should
it's not
I
super.
cast pass without a trace on us first?
I mean, it can't hurt.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Oh.
Well, thank fuck for that. Anyone else want a
Okay.
stealth?
Silky.
Yes, I will. I
So-
choose stealth. I am the Nite, baby.
32.
All right.
I'm probably just so small that
Yeah,
you
with
can't even see me.
The
Well-
top of your head just pokes above the snow. Yeah.
well, with the pass without a trace, you guys managed to remain very, very stealthy and hidden and silent. And they're
Like,
the
I
creatures
just have
seem to
snow on
be
me.
preoccupied with whatever they're doing, so they don't notice you as you continue forth. As you continue for a couple of minutes, you you start hearing these steps, kind of like almost like galloping steps from behind you, and in a moment, you see out of the blizzard behind you emerge what appears to be like this elk creature, and on top of it, some kind of humanoid creature with a what appears to be a staff on the back. And you hear a female voice yell out to you, "What do you think you're doing?
Detect thought.
Do y'all have a death wish?"
Maybe.
I don't know.
I wanna know what she's thinking.
For the duration.
What do you mean?
Yeah. What do you mean?
So I'm gonna talk now.
I mean, surface level thoughts. She thinks you're idiots
Okay, good
because
to
you
know.
have no clothes and you're walking in the direction towards the city.
Well, I mean, these people are trying to survive. I'm just fine. Help them if something.
He has not failed to remind us of that.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest going in that direction.
Okay, well, that
the
direction
city?
and the opposite direction are both terrible. Do you have a better suggestion?
Yes, follow me.
Okay.
Also,
I
how
follow
are you
her.
keeping warm?
The figure is bundled aft.
I want to also be bundled like that, so I'm following her.
Yeah.
Okay, so you follow the. Actually, it looks more like a moose that she's riding on, and with these huge antlers.
Mooses are fucking dangerous, man.
And she rides off to the side, like back and off to the side, off like another cliff that leads a little higher. And you have a little bit of a struggle following her, but you still manage because it goes through a little bit of a deeper snow. But also, there's like a track left from the moose, so like you're able to follow. And within a couple of minutes, you start approaching what appears to be a cave.
I love caves.
Oh, I
And-
love a good cave.
It has a pretty narrow opening. The moose barely fits through it, but
What
she
about my
dismounts and leads you. Yeah, well, I mean, your steed is smaller than the moose, and the moose kind of like squeezes through with its antlers barely fitting, and she leads you, not really pausing to wait for you. She leads you in. And the moose kind of like, there's a big fire that you can see as soon as you enter, and it's like a wave of warmth towards you, and as you rush towards it, you see the moose kind of plop down near side the fire as well. It's a fairly big cave opening, so you're kind of surprised that all of a sudden it opens up this this far, and the woman lowers her hood and she says, "Well, I don't know what you guys are doing here, but you're clearly not equipped to be in this environment."
Yes.
Yep. You are very observant. And I just run over to the fire and I lay down next to the fire.
Yeah, I'm going to the fire.
Um,
And put my nose near the fire.
I put my foot in the fire.
But just to clarify, I'm not putting my nose in the fire like Ryder is. I'm putting it at a safe distance that doesn't cause flame damage or doesn't cause any further damage to me, etc.
Besides being incredibly astute that we aren't from around here and aren't prepared to be here, I suppose the question that immediately follows is if the city is dangerous, and I would assume from there I could perhaps extrapolate that you do not come from the city. Are you just wandering around the wasteland here?
No, I live here.
In the wild?
Yes.
That's pretty intense. And forgive me, we haven't introduced ourselves. I am Silky Johnson, mage extraordinaire, and these are my colleagues, Rena Pot, Avarin, and Delmar. And I'll kind of indicate them in turn. The two over there, obviously, making good use of your fire, in particular.
She maintains throughout this whole conversation, she maintains kind of almost like a condescending demeanor, like almost like a motherly demeanor, like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you idiots are going through this." And as you say that, she approaches the fire, and she's been unbundling slowly, and she kind of throws her arm towards the fire, and the fire just lets up a gush of flame and begins to smolder even taller. And she says, I am Krya," and kind of walks off to the back of the cave and continues unbundling.
Hey, I can also make a big fire.
Well, Krya, it is a pleasure to meet you, and certainly a timely that we found you when we did, or that you found us, perhaps. Do you mind me asking, so why is it exactly that we shouldn't be going to Deldemir?
Why not? And she chuckles. Where are you from?
Did
you just fall out of the moon?
Here. Technically, yes.
I shrug and I say, we are from another place and another time. So when I say that we are not from around here, please believe I am not speaking in hyperbole. Please believe that I am not being unfairly hyperbolic in my statement.
Well, I suppose the only thing that would make sense, that how you idiots wouldn't die, is you would be teleported here. Explains your lack of clothing and judgment.
Okay. Well, I'm fine.
I think we can tone it down a little bit with the remarks. I mean, yes, we're not dressed in warm clothing, but we also we're just kind of, again, as you've commented, just dropped here. We had no idea what we were going to find. In the same way that we didn't. I think we can't plan for every eventuality.
Well,
but regardless,
I mean, we did know it was going to be cold, but
sure, cold.
I mean, we didn't really have a choice. We had no access to warmer clothing where we came from, so.
We could have asked. No one asked.
Anyway,
no, we did ask.
Oh,
But
okay, good
since
to
we
know.
were in the desert, they had absolutely nothing for us.
You're saying this like normally in character?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm pissed off about my frostbite.
Well, as you can hear, we came from a desert.
I see.
So big change, you know.
And why did you come here?
Ask them, I don't really know.
We seek the Rune of Valor. Perhaps you've heard of it.
Hmm. Well, for being fairly uninformed about the region, you seem to be fairly informed about one of the most powerful artifacts to christen these lands. She kind of, her like expression changes a little bit.
Sure.
Well, we're what you call them? Adventurers. Yeah, those were the people now back in the days. Ah, good old adventurers.
I see.
And I started to like drift off and like thought like when back in the days when I saw adventurers roam around the land.
Yes, adventurers. But yeah, I don't suppose you know anything. I mean, you clearly know about it, but perhaps you know where we could find it.
No, I do not, unfortunately. The rune has been lost for a very long time.
A
Not been
shrug.
seen. Even before
Yeah, it's
the
usually the way it goes,
plague.
unfortunately.
Yeah. I suppose.
Well, since you are clearly so well versed in these lands and are well traveled and are no stranger to the pearls and pitfalls of this place, perhaps you would be aware of where we could potentially go to try and find information on the rune.
And also maybe how to heal that. And I point at the blue foot.
She looks at it. And walks towards Uraida, and she, without asking, she tries to touch the leg.
Okay.
As she reaches for it, she stops just above the blackened skin, and her hand begins to glow in kind of a fiery type color, and you slowly begin to feel the sensation return to your leg, as well as she hovers over the blackness begin to recede.
Wonderful.
You're gonna have to teach me how to do that, lady.
Could you help me as well?
Yeah, she does the same in front of your face, and your nose returns to normal.
Oh,
Besides all the jokes, what kind of magic was that?
Oh, it's something that I learned living in here for such a long time.
Well, I'm something of a mage myself. I would love to know.
That would be helpful.
Well, it's really not that difficult. It's just a combination of a couple of abjuration and conjuration spells.
You wouldn't happen to know the name of those?
Oh, I don't call my spells anything. I just use them.
No. Well, you see, I have this whole book. If I can bring out the book of like names scribbled in like a bad handwriting.
I think you only have the spells that are known to you anyway.
Yeah, I have all of the druid spells.
Like up to all the highest levels?
Yeah.
I think druids are like clerics and paladins in that
Yeah,
like, they have
I
access
can-
to their entire list, but they're limited by what they can prepare.
Yeah.
Like they could learn whatever they have spell levels for.
It's my spell casting modifier plus level I can have prepared. But I can choose any spell and I can change them at short rest and long rest. Like, it takes 1 hour to change a spell, so for each hour I can change one spell. That's why we had to take 1 hour rest to be able to cast a bonfire.
Okay. I mean, she doesn't know the name of it. So, I mean, you could give her the book, but it would take her time to go through it.
I mean, well, I mean, we gotta stay here for a while probably anyway, so I'm just gonna hand her the book.
Okay.
Like, I don't need it, I mean, really.
She puts it off to the side for the time being and sits next to the fire. And she pulls out from like one of the satchels what appears to be a rabbit carcass and begins to start to fasten it to one of the sticks next to the fire.
Oh, speaking of food, anyone want some? I got some extra.
I mean, yeah, I will take food.
I mean, those Triquetra people were really nice. They just gave me food. I mean, I don't really eat it, but they just kept giving it to me.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess we all did get rations, so.
And just to confirm, Ryder and I have the Wendigo thing for coats, right?
The what?
Just put it into.
I don't think they're
was it?
coats. I think they're literally just like pieces of skin at this point. I think if we want to make them real coats, we probably have to do some crafting or something.
Oh, right. You want to maybe... I know I'm asking for a lot, but you want to play with that with the skin for a bit? Maybe you can make something for yourself too.
Wish you would phrase it in a less terrible way.
Here's the skin.
I have -1 charisma,
I wasn't going to
Play
take
with
it
the
there,
skin.
Jake, but...
I have -1
Have some
charisma.
fun.
You can maybe make something for yourself as a prize or something.
You know, as a little treat, yeah.
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 God damn it.
It's a little skin treat. Sorry.
Little skin treat. Thanks.
So is that a yes or a no?
Are you asking Krya?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She says, no, I don't do that type of thing, but I might have a couple of spare skins myself.
You don't make your own
We
clothes?
would be eternally grateful if you could help us out with
I
that.
mean, someone's gonna have to shut me up or I'm gonna make us be thrown out of this
I'm
place.
gonna kick you out of the cave, honestly. It's not like you need to be in here.
She pauses for a bit, thinking, like, again, doesn't really want to waste good stuff on you guys.
I mean, if
And-
there's something we can do for you in return
She says,
for your help.
I suppose I can part with these.
I can give you some food.
Just as long as you promise to start thinking a little bit.
Absolutely. I will begin thinking.
Did sorry, just while I was brought back earlier, did we ask her about like why she's here, why she's helping us, all that kind of stuff?
No,
She's
I think,
being a bit cryptic.
Yeah.
She feels bad for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I ask her, like, in a polite way, like, why is she helping and how come she's living here?
You know, I've asked myself the same way. Why would I help you? But just felt, I guess, something, and it pushed me to come after you. Or else you guys would have gotten yourself killed, one way or another.
Okay. So just to summarize, we will need to find some gear. You have no spare. You don't have, 4 spare jackets, which is fine. So we will need to find some. Can you tell us what's going on in the city? I've asked you twice, and you have rather coyly deferred answering why we shouldn't go to Deldemir.
Well, there's nothing there except for the vampires.
Oh, but like, are they like feral?
Oh yes, they are the vampire spawns. Very few of them think, and even if they do, they still are motivated by only by bloodlust that they can control.
Well, that sounds fun.
And
Does that mean there's really like no way to sort of safely travel through the city?
Not necessarily, but I'm having a hard time understanding why you would want to go there in the first place.
Well, so and I suppose the answer to that question is contingent on another question. So you said that the Rune of Valor is the most well-known artifact. Actually, what you actually said is it's one of the most well-known artifacts in the area. So two follow-up questions. What do you know about the Rune of Valor? And when you said one of, are there more artifacts in the area?
Oh well, there's lots of objects of interest, especially to us magical folk, but the Rune of Valor hasn't been in Warmendar for a really long time, even before the plague started.
Wait, the plague? Do we know the plague? Wait.
What?
Our plague? Our plague.
We got teleported back in time, right?
I thought we
No.
went back in time.
No, just across. Like this is still the future.
There we go. I was gonna
We were
say, like-
back in time.
I also thought we were back in time.
Uh,
Shit. Okay, well... Fine. Alright, so... I don't know. One second, Kraya. So guys, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how helpful she's gonna be. She doesn't really seem to know anything that's gonna be useful to us. And while...
I mean, she saved your skin. Be a little bit grateful.
Yes.
And
yes,
she has
acknowledging
great
that-
hearing in a cave.
And I'm saying this with a lot of condescension in my voice. I'm like, well, she knows how to survive in the cold, but that's not really gonna help us do what we need to do. So unless
It is.
Well, I mean, if we want to just stay in this cave, but that's not what we're here for. Like, at some point, we're gonna have to go out into the wilderness, to explore this place.
I think if we can, gear up with her, and it seems like she doesn't know that much information about the city, but even if she can just provide us some more information about, like, the vampires, that would be helpful.
Yeah. Do you guys have thoughts for how we're going to find this rune? Because we can't wander around Vormundar.
Well, we know that it should be in, like, a crown, right?
So
And-
just to refresh everyone's minds,
Yeah.
You aren't actually looking for the rune; you're looking for the crown.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So-
just to refresh my memory on this, we're looking for the crown to use as an anchor.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, and it was the dwarven area over here, but now it's been taken over by the vamp.
Yes, and
So we need to-
Riggs said that she doesn't think that the rune would actually be an anchor.
But it's the
crown
artifact
might
of the
be.
crown.
Yes.
Okay.
Then, I mean, it's still kind of vague, but we could start with, like, the Capitol building or, like, castle or whatever, like, where a crown might be. I mean,
makes sense.
there's no guarantee that it would be there, but I feel like that's the easiest place to start.
I mean, I'm gonna be straight with the crown is probably on someone's head. So if you don't want to take a head with us, we're gonna have to be really fucking
Well,
charming.
it's probably on a skeleton's head. Like,
Yeah.
it's I doubt there's a ruling monarch in the city anymore.
Or a vampire.
Or a
I
vampire's
think
head,
we're
you
gonna
know.
fight something, but
Vampire has
I think
hierarchies, right?
Rita has a good point. If we're not looking for like a, super fancy magical artifact, the most likely place that a crown would probably be in whatever the old seat of power was. So it sounds like we are going to have to go to Deldmere, and we are going to have to go to wherever the ruling body, was based out of.
Yeah, I have a strong feeling that it's going to be on a if there is that, like we learn about the hierarchy of the vampires, right? And that there's likely going to be a lord or a lord det of sorry.
A lordette.
Yeah, that's what I said, lordette.
Lord.
So yeah, you're right.
But yeah, I mean, I
we're
think
gonna have to go there.
Kreia has already saved our asses. I feel like I don't want to ask her to accompany us into this city.
I don't think so.
If she obviously doesn't want to, and also doesn't seem like she can provide that much, additional information. So I think maybe if we can just, politely ask her if we can use her cave as a base for a day or two while we kind of gear up and prepare ourselves, and then we'll be on our way. I feel bad for imposing on her.
What about asking her about if it's a difference between life and death, I don't mind asking, but if she knows the hierarchy of the vampires and all that kind of stuff, maybe probing her a little bit more. Can she hear us at the moment, actually, Nite?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, she's eavesdropping on us. We're pretending like she can't hear us, but she definitely can.
Okay. Yeah. So, considering she's just heard that, except for the catch me up about why we're here and all that kind of stuff, does she do anything?
She's just skinning the rabbit.
By the way,
she chuckles in between some of the things you said.
by the way, lady.
Lordette. Sorry.
My name's Kreia.
Kreia, thank you. Sorry, I'm bad. Don't take it personally. I don't know what the name of the guy next to me is. I mean, Jesus Christ, I suck at talking. Anyways, so you said you don't make your own clothes. Where do you get the clothes from then? Just wondering. Just a thought.
Oh, I have many in my home.
Oh.
These are just the spares I take with me.
Oh, you scavenge.
No, I'm here to study.
Oh.
Okay.
Study what?
So you don't happen to know what those creatures we walked past was?
They're vampires. I'm studying them.
Oh, we walked past vampires. Well, they can't suck my blood. I'm fine.
Oh my god, you're so unhelpful.
And what is it in particular you're studying about vampires? Why are you studying vampires? And so may also help us out,
Vampires are particularly magical creatures that have managed to outlive many creatures of the lands, and in addition, they're immune to the plague.
And they're immortal. So that's a plus too.
Yep, exactly. So,
okay, so you're looking to study them to sort of find a cure for the plague or something on those lines.
Yes, and
to
other
find
things.
a cure, I think it's a little bit late, but you know what they say.
Well, it seems like we are going to have to venture into the city. So if you have any helpful information about vampires that might prolong our lives, let us know. We would be very happy.
Where garlic, have a steak on you, have a silver weapon with you. Oh, we don't have any silver weapons, do we?
No, although I did make a point
We all got
of
steaks,
bringing
yeah.
some wooden stakes with me.
We all brought steaks.
Yeah, we don't have any silver weapons though. We're fucked.
Silver weapons, stakes. What are you talking about?
Isn't that how you kill a vampire? With garlic?
Please tell me that steaks don't work against these vampires.
Well, steak works against everything. If you put a stake through someone's heart, they die. It doesn't matter if you're a vampire or
Wait,
not.
you brought wooden I just brought actually meat. I thought we were bringing food.
Oh, you have real food? Can I have some of that?
I brought an
don't have
actual
food.
steak.
I'm being facetious. Obviously, I brought weapons. So,
Oh, I love this.
That's how you get a vampire, just a nicely
She just
like
looks at you in
medium rare
amusement.
steak. Yeah.
I haven't met anyone in a long time, have you?
Certainly nothing like you, fellas.
Well, it's always good to bring someone to smile. Lordy. What am I gonna...
But
So,
to
you
answer
said
your
seal weapon
question, you
works?
don't kill a vampire with silver. What is this?
How would you kill one?
The only way to kill a vampire, truly kill a vampire, is to burn one at a stake.
Fire.
hell,
Like,
I'm gonna burn it at the stake.
Or
Like-
in
So
any
it does
fire, I
involve
suppose.
steaks.
so yeah.
I mean, can a bonfire do it?
If it's big enough and hot enough, I suppose so, yeah.
How big would you say big enough?
To envelop the whole vampire.
I would say this works. I snap my fingers and a bonfire appears outside the cave.
Oh, that's cute.
Is that
So-
big enough?
It's a 5x5 cube.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
She looks at her fire and it's like 3 times as big.
I
How-
wave away the bonfire.
How big is a 5x5 cube? Because
It's pretty big.
5 feet by 5 feet.
It's not that big though. Like,
It's pretty big.
look at
though.
your
5
feet. Look at your feet.
Yes.
Imagine 5 of them.
It is bigger than that. Like 5 feet is pretty big.
no, 5 foot tall is how I'm thinking. Like,
Yeah, it's 5 foot tall and 5 feet big.
It's as tall as me.
I suppose it's decently sized.
I think you could fit one body on it at a time.
Maybe like a torso
But it
of
seems
a
like what
vampire.
she's saying is that it's not hot enough. Like, it needs to be more powerful, right?
Bigger and hotter, yes.
Because that would have been amazing. Just like Delmar, just like slapping down bonfires on top of vampires, just
Vampires.
instantly burning them. Burn.
So are we talking like the size of this bonfire that we're sitting in front of right now?
Yeah, I suppose if a vampire fits in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, they just regenerate.
Do they have
So,
any other weaknesses? Maybe won't kill them, but might incapacitate them?
No, I wouldn't say so. No.
Let's ask the opposite. Is there anything they are strong against?
Well, they're fairly adept to this cold.
Okay. Yes. My knife isn't gonna do anything.
And they're pretty hard to kill as it is. Well, put down maybe, but not permanently.
How quickly do they regenerate, sort of? You know, let's say you were able to like seriously maim one. Would it be able to get up and be fine within a couple minutes or an hour or a day?
No, if they're incapacitated, they turn to mist and eventually reform.
Oh, okay.
The process does take a while, maybe several hours to a day, but they do eventually.
So essentially, it doesn't matter if we like decapitate and chop the body; it's going to turn into a mist and
Yeah, we'd
regenerate.
have to burn it.
Yes.
Um,
While it's
you-
still alive. Quote unquote.
Okay. And would chopping one of their bodies into pieces, let's say arms, legs, head, would that slow the process down, or it doesn't matter if we've incapacitated
No.
it?
As soon as you incapacitate it, they will turn to mist within a few seconds.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that's
Um,
very helpful.
So, do you have do we have extra cold weather gear?
I think she offered to give us a couple coats.
She has
Okay.
2 extra.
Okay, so we still need 2 more.
Okay. We're not gonna get him here. So, what do you want for these coats? What can we pay you with?
Just promise you'll be a little smarter.
I will not promise that.
I mean, I'll promise it.
Okay, give back the coats.
Sure.
No.
I have no way to promise that at all.
She chuckles.
So, yep. If we've got 2 coats, and Delmar doesn't need one, so he basically just needs to account for, I guess just maybe me.
Well, Aaron,
Yeah.
there's 5 of us, so minus Delmar, that's 4.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You do
but
have the
we're
2
not gonna really-
skins of the creature thing too.
Okay. I guess how crunchy are we going to be about this, Dimitri? Like, do you want us to like tan these hides and like turn into a coat? Like, how? Like, can I just make it into a poncho?
You've been wearing them as a poncho. It's not the best solution, but I mean, it does sort of keep you warm.
Okay.
You
Mechanistically, are we going to incur like?
I
Like
don't want to be
freezing.
every time we go out be getting like frostbite. Is
No,
there something
so-
we can do to the skins to basically make sure that doesn't happen?
So if you're like actively moving and you have decent coverings of your legs, unless you're doing something in the snow, you're only you're only rolling for frostbite like every day. But if you start doing something in the snow, like direct contact without proper like wearing stuff, you just continue on and you just do exhaustion. But if you're fully clothed, which 2 of you will be, you won't like make those rolls. So
Okay.
the two
So
the 2
get
people
the
with
2
the
coats
unsewn skins, like you'll still roll for exhaustion, but you will get advantage.
Just as an FYI, before the skin, I had 2 loads of commoner clothes on, a face wrap, and a scarf on.
Yeah,
And
so
now I've got the thing on.
it could be useful to like, because if you're wearing skins, you're still like walking with your shoes. Maybe like doing something to covering your feet, so that you can prevent the once a day frostbite rolls.
I turn to Krya and I ask, like, is there any way for us to fashion some kind of waterproof footwear out here? Like, do you know of any materials that we might be able to gather in the woods or something?
Well, I suppose you could do something with the skins you have and maybe a couple of belts. It won't be very comfortable, but probably slow you down a bit, but you could probably do something that will do okay.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we aren't going to be,
Frostbitten.
having to roll for frostbite,
Yeah.
I think we should just do that. Like,
Okay.
I mean, a good idea was that maybe be to hunt for a bit, try to find some more animals, skin them, get some
True,
more
I
clothes.
mean, I've got the steed, and Delmar can just like ride my steed around.
She finishes
And-
skinning the rabbit and throws the skin towards you.
Well,
Well, here's
that's
a
a
start.
boot.
thank you.
It's a boot at least.
Yeah, we just need 3 more.
What about gloves?
Well, I mean, we have clothes enough for 2 of you, so if 2 people want to come with me outside and we can try to maybe find an animal or something. I'm not gonna go out there alone. There's fucking vampires out here, man.
True. So if Cooper and I are okay to go outside, if we're protected enough that we wouldn't be rolling Frostbite, then I'm happy to go outside and help Delmar.
Same.
Sorry, not Cooper.
Right, you said
Ryder.
if they're wearing the clothes they got from her, they're gonna be fine, right?
Yeah, I think basically we have 2 full sets of clothes from her, and then
and
we're
we
gonna
need
have to
2
kind
more.
of fashion 2 more.
Yeah.
Makeshift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I'd be willing to go out if I'm protected from the cold and go try to hunt for some more fur or pelts or something.
Yeah. So I guess, yeah, if we're okay to go out and we're not going to get destroyed by Frostbite, I guess we'll be extra careful with that as well. So if you're thinking of making us roll for Frostbite, think again, because I'm watching my nose and I'm watching my fingers.
I am
You know?
imagining that you are gonna be wearing the clothes that she gets, and 2 of you are gonna go.
Yes.
Well, 3.
Well, 3 in total. Cause
Well,
Delmar,
yeah, Delmar.
With Delmar, yeah.
And then she says I'm about to. I was planning on going hunting tonight anyway, so she could go too.
Sure, that would be
Tonight,
wonderful.
is there any specific reasons why you go at night?
No, time pretty much is irrelevant up here.
Oh, okay.
How long actually has this snowstorm been going on for?
Just under a day.
Okay, so it does get clear here. It's not like a permanent.
Oh yes. You're just
Okay.
in the winter season right now.
Okay. I don't know if
So how long until nighttime?
A couple of hours. It's not too far, but we could go now. It's just I try to save my days for the studies. Generally, a little more safer to go out during the day with the vampires around.
So the vampires are out during the day?
Yeah, they prefer to stay indoors during the day.
Oh.
Hunt at night.
okay. So they're more active at night. Do they seem more aggressive through the night? More aware?
No, that's just
Their
when
surroundings.
they feed.
Okay.
Well, we certainly snuck by a couple of them on the way here while we're feeding. I think. It looked like
Yes.
something that we're eating something.
Most, not all. Hunger will take over, and they will abandon any principles in nature that they have.
Might be a good question to ask. How do you usually handle vampires?
Oh, well, I just study them, so I try to keep my distance.
Wouldn't it be better if you dissect them? Oh, right, sorry, missed. Forgot.
Yeah.
Well, can you... stupid question. No, I'm not gonna say that. Even I have standards.
She looks at you and half raises her eyebrow.
So, are we gonna go out now, and who's gonna come with us? I mean, you look like a good fighter. I point at the guy who one-shot the Yeti.
I do a almost sarcastic who, me? And point at myself. Yeah, I don the warm clothes, get all zip tied up, whatever I need to do to not get frostbite. And
Yeah, I'll volunteer unless somebody else would like to go instead.
Go for it.
Suki is just fuck this.
he's like, yeah, I'm good near this fire in the safe cave. You guys go out at night when vampires become more active.
Ivarin is also not super excited about the prospect, so he is gonna stay behind
Yeah.
as well.
Well, let's
And read a
let's
book.
do this.
I don't know why we need to hunt at night. I feel like
Well, we're going out
that
now. We're not going to
particular-
hunt at night.
like that particular element when it's going to be colder
Nah.
and we're able to see, and none of you had night vision, just makes from numerous reasons for that to be a bad idea.
I have dark vision.
I wasn't so intending on staying out
Ah,
past it goes night. It's like there's like 2 hours until nightfall or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're
So
just
for-
gonna head out now.
For me, it's just like as soon as it starts getting like nightfall's coming along, I'm gonna want to head back. Like I don't want to be.
well, I will come with you then. I don't want you all to die.
But the frostbite.
Yeah, you're gonna get frostbite. That's the problem.
We've only got
You're gonna
two.
get frostbite.
No, I'm
No,
not.
fine.
You're a frostbite.
You're a frostbite.
Wait, actually,
Fine. Yes, then
Your
I will stay
mom.
behind and not.
actually, didn't I say that you can last out there for a day without rolling?
No, like if you're properly clothed, which you have 2 sets of proper
Oh,
clothing, you're
okay.
fine. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but like with the skin we have, we could last 24 hours.
With the
without
skin,
rolling.
you're still rolling, just at advantage.
Yep. Oh, okay.
And then you still have to like. There's 2 different rolls. There's one for exhaustion and one for frostbite. So for frostbite,
Yeah.
you roll if you're like directly contacting snow.
Okay. And
No,
then
I mean you could.
because we're covered up, we're not rolling for frostbite, but we will still roll at advantage for the exhaustion.
I think daily.
Yeah, but like, yeah, at advantage though.
Well, we can go out and hunt now. See if we can find anything.
Yeah, like
Alright.
2 hours of looking for animals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she leads you out, and she kind of leads you to the areas that she knows are pretty. Abundant? There you go. Abundant with some animals, and go ahead and roll survival checks at advantage.
I'm on my steed, by the way. I'm guessing she's on an elk.
No. So she leads you kind of into the woods, and it's fairly cliffy. So she says it's not really useful up there. Okay,
The rolls
cool.
today.
Survival. Where are we?
Down a double one incoming.
This can't end well. It's wisdom.
Double one.
Oh.
I mean, you had advantage, so yeah, you guys are fairly successful actually, more than normal. You managed to find like several squirrels, rabbits, and actually like you find like a fox at the end just before heading back. So
I was gonna say if I cast Pass Without a Trace before we start hunting.
it's
will that help
not a
us?
stealth. It wasn't really a stealth roll.
Okay.
And she leads like she clearly knows like the paths and stuff, and like she knows that vampires are not gonna be seen necessarily here. So like she guides you, so you're able to make it there and back safely with a bunch of enough to fasten 3 more sets of shoes and like dinner probably.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So then, do we now have enough stuff to have complete sets? We've got 4.
Yeah.
I think so.
So if you want to work on those, you go ahead and just do survival for each pair that you make.
Who
Pair of
has the
footwear.
highest survival?
I mean, lore-wise, I probably should, being a captain in the military, survival training and everything. But I definitely don't. Out of the group,
I have pretty decent survival.
I mean, I've been wandering this earth for around 400 years.
Yeah.
But do
I
you know
feel like-
footwear?
But D&D.
I mean, I
things,
used
right?
my foot for a long time.
Do you know what a shoe is?
That doesn't mean you wear shoes.
No.
So in
but-
reality, you probably have the least experience in shoes.
Hmm.
I mean, who wanna do
I
it?
can try working on them, or at least one of them.
go for it. Roll.
And big dum dum.
And then if somebody else wants to, or you can do the second one as well.
I guess I'll do it.
Doesn't. What about Silky
Well-
or?
It
Hmm?
was also a third pair, right? Or was it also, what is it, only two?
There was a third pair. Yeah.
Should I make the third one because your luck is done?
Sure. That can be
I-
yours.
Well, I'm
Hmm.
not gonna wear anything.
No,
so...
keep them as a backup. You know, just
Yeah, backup
You
pair.
never know.
It works.
There it is.
So I'll say that the first and second pair, or the first and third pair you guys make, you're gonna incur a -5 foot moving, and then the third one is, or the second one is fine.
So, Ryder, you have 35 feet of movement, right?
I believe so, yeah. So if everybody else is 30, I can take the shitty one,
Yeah.
and then we'll just be equal.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Then we can march at
Right.
the same speed and not really like lose.
Sure.
Yeah. So roll speed 30, I guess, unless Silky is anything different.
I think Silky is.
I thought I
asleep.
was chilling.
No, they're back
I thought
now.
I didn't go because I was.
They're
Oh,
back
correct.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, like we're
So
making clothes,
survival, is
making
it?
dinner and stuff.
No, we that's for
Oh, yeah.
the shoes. So we've got 2 pairs of shoes that have -5 feet movement,
hmm
and 1 pair that's
Okay.
normal. So Ryder has 35 movement, so she's going to take the -5, and then I think the 2 pairs that we got, well, the 2 shoes that we got from Kreia are normal.
We should
yeah?
be good now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can have
Yep.
1 extra pair that has -5 movement.
5,
Mhm.
yeah, just in case one gets like burnt or
Should I just carry it?
electrified or. Sure.
Okay.
So what do you want with the type, right? Nite? Just an extra pair of clothes, warm clothes.
Just like, yeah, do like makeshift warm clothes set.
I really want to troll Ivarin and give him the -5 movement speed.
Oh, Ivar, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't.
Why?
Didn't you know?
Yeah.
-5.
I mean, you've been wearing it for 2 sessions now.
So that's what we've got, like makeshift warm clothes.
Yep.
Clothes. Does that mean we get rid of the fur skin? Because
No, you're still using the first skin. Oh yeah. Makeshift, yeah, clothes, yeah.
So we're all 4 of us have makeshift clothes. We're frostbite immune.
No,
I
2
think
of you
2
have.
sets are from her,
Yeah.
but we have 4 sets.
They are female
Uh,
clothes, so I don't know if
well-
that matters, but yeah.
We have 5 sets of clothes.
Yeah, you have 2 sets of female clothes, and then 3 sets of makeshift warm
No,
clothes.
1 is better makeshift, 1 is good clothes, and 2 are makeshift.
Mm.
Mhm.
And
Well,
I
I
have
call
1.
I call good. I call good what she gave you. Makeshift
Okay.
anything you guys made, and then the penalty ones like a makeshift with penalty clothes.
Mhm.
Makeshift 5, -5.
Yeah.
Okay, and just to be
Minus.
clear on like the effect side of this, we've got 2 pairs of clothes that were frostbite immune, more or less. Let's just call it like we're not rolling for frostbite every
Right.
24 hours. And then the 3 makeshift ones, that's still up for debate whether that's going to cover.
You're just
frostbite or
rolling
not.
for exhaustion. Either
Mhm.
way.
I
It's
think
just
we're pretty
doing an
we're pretty
advantage.
much good with frostbite.
The
at
We're
this
good with
makeshift
frostbite?
one, yeah, frostbite. Unless you're doing something that's directly contacting snow for long periods of time, you're fine. But so with the makeshift, you roll at a normal for exhaustion, and then with the
Okay.
normal clothes, you get advantage.
Okay.
And I have 1 set of the makeshift clothes.
Normal warm clothes.
Yep.
So you can have a normal pair.
I think. Sorry, no. A Ryder and I had the normal
No,
ones, right?
Ryder took a makeshift
Yeah,
pair.
I've given up one of the pairs
The
that
normals.
Freya
Okay.
gave us just so that I can take the one
The
that has the
-5.
minus to the movement.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because she has
But I think,
35
like,
movement.
aside from the movement, they all function the exact same in regards to the frostbite.
Frostbite. Yeah.
So we should be good now. It doesn't really matter.
Yep.
Yeah. I've just got the normal warm clothes in.
Yeah.
Who else wants the good shit? Well, there's only one
Silky
person
can
left.
take it.
Yeah, and then we give the makeshift clothes minus 2. Wait.
We give him the.
Oh yeah, we do actually. Yeah, so
Well, no, you only need
There should
you only
be one
need 2
pair
sets.
of the makeshift clothing that doesn't have any minus.
Yeah,
to
minus
the
5 gave to
movement.
Rita so that she's 30, and then
Yeah.
Ivarin gets
Oh, right,
the,
yeah,
the
my
normal
bad.
one, and then you have one
Yeah, he's
extra
fine.
one that's minus 5.
yeah.
But it's very
when my
tempting.
set inevitably breaks somehow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yay, we won't freeze to death anymore.
Are you fleshlings gonna sleep now, or what's the deal?
Well, I'm very grateful for your help, Krya. Could we repay you by cooking you a delicious meal with what we just hunted?
Sure.
Not that I'm a chef,
you
but
fuck up that roll.
This will be interesting.
yeah, can I try to make some kind of weird stew with like all the meat?
Sure, yeah. What would this be? Another survival roll?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Why not?
Animal handling.
Animal handle.
Here it is, team. Here it is, team.
Shit. That's
We
burn.
die by extensive shitting through the night.
Oh no!
Well, it is not below 5, so it's not
Well, technically she critically failed because she rolled a 2.
Oh
You know-
shit! Yeah.
You know, when you said, when I take all the meat and take a stew, I'm like, that's such a bad idea. I should say something and say, no, all the meat except for one animal. I'm like, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Well, we still have our rations if we need.
Oh my god. So as you guys rest, Rita starts cooking. And Krya takes a look at your book in the meantime, your spell book.
Yeah.
And she says, well, I guess it's a combination of these 2 spells here, and she points to... Actually, would you have this spell? Yeah, you would have Greater Restoration, and she also points to, like, a spell...
Greater restoration. What fucking level is she?
and, like a firebolt.
Okay. She cast a fucking 5th level spell like it was nothing. She's fucking crazy, man.
So,
I ain't wanna fight this.
with the, like, for us to replicate that spell, how does that work? Is that like you'd have to have a success on both of those spells or something like that? And
No. Oh,
I
yeah.
think you
well,
have to
no.
be the correct level
So,
too, right?
no, you guys can't even cast that spell. It's a makeshift spell that she probably created.
okay, and there's
Yeah,
no
well-
way for her to teach us.
Yeah, that is why I asked
Like
you to
Doma
teach
or-
me.
She says if you ask her, she says it would take a long time.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the look.
And then Rita finishes her stew, and she pours very excitedly, everybody. And you start eating it, and she like, as you guys interact with her, she's like, you get the sense that she's slowly remembering her social cues. And, like, she's, like, about to, like, hurl it out, but then she kind of restrains herself and, like, off to the side, kind of, like, spins it back in. And she says, oh, delicious. It's just hot.
Oh, I'm so glad. I haven't cooked in a really long time, so it's a bit.
But everybody else, you guys, it's like vomit inducing.
Well, I'll
A
have
good
you
thing I
know,
don't eat.
It's like
As a
actually
paladin.
cold, and it's not all way cooked, and it has the consistency of like 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 when you, I don't know what the medical term for it is. Would it be heartburn? But basically like when like you feel or taste a little bit of food coming out of your stomach, kind of like acidic type.
reflux?
Yeah, like refluxy, almost.
Gross.
Yeah.
Ryla, you're banned from making food. Well, not that I care, but
And she actually throws the rabbit that she was skinning earlier to the moose, and he eats
Wait,
it up.
what? The moose?
yeah.
Yeah, she rode a moose, her pet moose or
A
steed moose.
meat-eating moose?
Yeah, mooses eat everything. They are
Oh.
omnivores. They just
What's the plural of moose? Moosei?
I think it's just moose.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mooses.
I like moosei.
Moose eye.
yeah, they are scary ass creatures.
Yeah.
Goddamn mooses.
It's pretty meaty.
Delmar transforms into a moose and asks if
I mean,
there's
like,
any more for him.
This has nothing to do with D&D, but you want to know a fun fact about mooses in Sweden?
Mooses in Sweden. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know,
We
I
have
should've-
we have legally signed a pact with Russia that we're not allowed to make moose cavalry.
do you think?
That sounds like a yeah.
Our army is not allowed to have moose cavalry because we signed a treaty with Russia.
Lol.
Too much power.
In a war though, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
like okay, anyway, back to
Do you
D&D.
think it's too late for me to purify food and drink?
Yeah.
a little bit?
Purify it when it's in your stomach already.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm immune to disease.
Oh yeah, you are,
Oh,
aren't
you're
you?
fine.
You've got them paladin. But you're
But,
immune at this level?
At level 2 or something, you get
Oh
it?
shit, that early.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not quite poisonous, but it does taste really bad.
Okay, I have to clarify, it's not poison.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
You're not gonna take damage from this highly prepared stew.
Well, I mean,
Hey,
it was
so we're
a
back to
nat.
this again.
It was a nat too. We never know. Okay. Anyways,
Just trying to think if there's anything. So it's still, like, it's just come into nighttime,
Yeah.
roughly.
Yeah, like it got
we-
darker outside.
Just as out of character. Do we have like a plan? Did we establish like what we're going to be doing? yet?
no.
Nope.
Right. And the
Hey, again, like we've just been trying to figure out how to get out of this cave without dying.
Mhm.
I think
that's been my main
once we can like actually leave this cave, we should head into Deldemir and start looking for the crown.
Mhm.
yeah, so we can leave now because we've got the warm clothes.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering whether we have spoken about like what our specific plan is.
No.
So we're not just walking into like a bunch of feral ghouls and getting our faces
We
shredded.
might.
Okay. I guess I will ask the group what I just said out of character. Like, hey, do we have a plan for for how we're going to go about going there, getting in, not dying to all
Well-
the vampires?
Krya, do you have any sort of maybe like a map of the city that might be helpful to us if we were trying to get somewhere? I know you don't. It seems like you don't spend much time in the city, but you might know
I
the
never said
layout.
that. I study. It's my study point.
Oh, never mind. For some reason, I thought you said you don't go into the city.
No, it's the
well,
reason
are
why
you
I'm
familiar?
here. Actually,
Oh,
yeah, I know the city pretty well. I don't have a map.
would you be? I know this is asking a lot, but would you be willing to guide us?
Well, I was going to go there anyway in a couple of days. I suppose I can go tomorrow.
Great.
I mean, we can wait if that's the problem.
I would not suggest going to the city right now.
Like, we're in no rush,
Is
right?
there a specific reason why?
It's colder, darker, and the vampires are more active.
So we should wait until the storm passes?
Yeah, ideally.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Do you know, is there some kind of castle, or are you familiar with, like, specific locations in the city, since we are looking for an artifact?
Yeah, Deldemir used to be a huge city with several layers, and of course the castle, which was the capital of the Roman Dark Kingdom. But most of it is in ruin now. The structures are relatively intact, but roofs are missing here and there, and there's definitely nobody really living there. And if anybody does go in there, they get picked off by the vampires.
Great.
Out of character, did we ask Krya if she knew where the crown was?
New.
I think we asked her about
about
the
the
rune, but I don't think she didn't know anything.
Well, the rune is not the same as the crown, is it? I don't remember.
Right, but I think the rune used to be housed in the crown, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
So we are looking for the crown specifically. I mean, we could try asking her if she knows of some kind of artifact like that, if she's ever seen one or heard of it.
Well, I mean, it can be a situation of they know about the rune, but they don't know what it actually is. So if we ask about the crown, she might, oh yeah, it's the crown the king used to wear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like it wasn't spoken out that the crown had the mark.
Yeah. Yeah, so Pot asks Krya if she's seen the crown, knows where the crown is, where that might be.
Well, I certainly don't know where the crown is, but I imagine it would have been with the king when whatever happened to him when the plague hit. But it's hard to tell. I haven't really seen it.
Okay. What about like the vampire hierarchy? Is there someone who sits at the top and sort of a lord or lady,
Vampire
lordette?
lord.
Do they even have that kind of structure?
I
Because
think
I know
so.
she mentioned most of the vampires are kind of mindless.
Oh yes, of course they do. The ones here are just the outcasts of the very intricate and highly ordered society that they have, atop of which sits the vampire emperor.
Okay. How likely do you think it is that the crown? Oh, where is this vampire emperor? Actually, in the city.
He's deep in the Iron Mountains.
So we don't have to worry about him.
Not unless
So just to
you go looking for him.
Oh no,
Well, we're not
I'm
planning
probably
to.
good.
Okay. What do you think the likelihood that emperor has the crown?
It's not out of the realms of possibility.
Well, we're planning to go to him then.
What? Okay. And if let's say you're us and you're looking for this crown and the city is littered with vampires, mainly mindless ghouls, all that kind of stuff, and then presumably the lords and the emperor, that oversee all these people are stronger over the vampires, are stronger than them. How do you think it's best that we go about this? I'm just trying to find your input on
Before I
on how we
answer
can
your
achieve.
question, why in God's name are you looking for this crown? It doesn't have the Rune of Valor anymore.
So you do know what the Valor 5 is.
Yeah, what? Care to
Well-
explain how you know that the Rune of Valor's not on the ground?
Didn't we tell her that?
No, you asked her about the Rune of Valor, and she said it hasn't been in the kingdom for a long time, even before the plague.
Oh.
Also, just out of character, how long do we want to continue to talk to this lady, because I will say she doesn't seem to know a lot about a lot.
Well, we're
Like
gonna sleep
she's
here,
got very
right?
vague information on a lot of things, and I think we're operating. I think we are kind of. We are kind of.
I think I've
getting
answered your
into a
questions
quagmire.
very specifically.
This is out of character. Yeah, I think she's giving us actually really good info.
Well, and she did offer to be our guide in the city as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. She might be a shitty guide, but I feel like that's better than us just like bumbling
True.
around.
I
True.
mean, if
I
I
guess
may,
what I'm getting at is like she doesn't seem like she's got like solid intel on a lot of the things we're asking, and so I don't know this much. I don't know this well as deep as we're thinking it is. So it might be just more effective just to go ahead and wait out the storm and then just head to the city, and then we just kind of figure it out from there. Because I think that the more we're asking her, she's like, oh well, it could be this or it could be that or X, Y, and Z, and none of it's certain. And so I think until we have like actionable intel, there's no point in making plans on where the crown or the king or whatever might or may not be if she doesn't know for certain. Like if she's like, it's in that giant building like over there, then like yeah, you make a plan. But if she's like, I don't even know if it's in the city or not, there's kind of no point in continuing to make plans on that. Like I think we have to just go in and look for it.
I would agree with you, but she literally just slipped that she does know what the rune is and that it was in the crown. If it wasn't for that, I would agree with you.
I don't know. Was that a DM slip or an in-character slip?
Nite,
Everything
only
I
you can-
slip is in character slips.
Okay.
What? Oh, no, wait, hold on. So, you know about the rune?
Oh yes, it's fairly known around not only these parts but within my old community.
Someone take over, I'm not good at talking.
Okay. Well, so you I don't know. I think we should just go ahead and wait this storm out and go into the city. And we can chat with her more on the way. Do you know how long the storm's gonna last?
I think she said a day or two.
Oh, well let's just go ahead and wait the storm out and then head in the city.
Yeah. I think like I agree it's kind of not very smart to go in without any plan, but I'm not sure if we'll even really be able to plan. It might be I feel like we're gonna have to if none of us know anything more specific than just like sort of vague guesses of like, oh, it might be in this area, we're probably just gonna have to pick a location and start searching.
I mean, I'm pretty sure even if we do need to go to the Vampire Lord, we don't want to start by going there because I can tell you right now, and yes, it's metagaming, but we're gonna die.
Well, and also he's not even in the city, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a last resort. Like if we absolutely can't find the crown anywhere in the city, then we might want to try investigating that. But
Yeah.
I don't want to. We just got here.
I was just trying to pry for information because we kind of rushed into coming over here, and that was my like fears originally coming over here with like the cold weather and all that kind of stuff. I don't want a repeat of that. Like we go in, we're like, yeah, we'll just go and find it, and then boom, there's like 40 ghouls around us, and you know, some DM fantasy has to happen to actually make us survive.
But that's what we've already established is that you can go in the city with her as a guide, and we're doing it at a time where it's safer.
Yeah, I think we should wait out the storm, and then if she's willing to provide us some guidance, we should just go along with her and
Yeah, I agree.
see what unfolds.
Anyways, you said you've been to the city before, or did I catch that the wrong way?
Yes, multiple times.
Oh, okay. So you know a little bit of that way around?
She's definitely more knowledgeable than us, so...
Yes, I know my way around the city.
Well, we're in your hands then.
Well,
And we appreciate the help.
I think we should wait out the storm, and if you're looking
Yes,
for the
absolutely.
crown, the best place to start would probably be the palace. But unfortunately, that's most likely where the leaders of the vampires are going to be.
Have you ever been to the palace or around that area?
I've seen it from a distance, but I haven't been in it.
So the vampires in the city itself are not mindless.
To an extent, they possess more sophisticated intelligence, but they're still...
But they are not outcasts.
They're outcasts for a reason.
Okay, they are. Okay, yes, good. Oh, well, that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, we might have to just, I mean, depending on the situation when we get there, we might have to try to do some snooping.
Diplomacy?
I mean, there's a chance, I guess, if the palace is really dilapidated, that we might be able to find some kind of, like, alternate way in. If there's an area that's kind of damaged or something, we might be able to sneak in.
Wait. Hold up. I have a spell which has a funny name. Oh, okay.
While this is all happening, Vitri, can I just be like looking through Avarin's spellbook and like learning the rest of his spells? That thing?
Now that he's
Yeah.
not here to deny it.
Well, you
Yeah, I
have
mean,
that
we were
spellbook
sharing
from...
beforehand.
Yeah.
But I think it sounds like we've got some downtime. I'm just gonna spend, and how much did you want to pay? We had to pay money for it too, right? Or did you say?
No, you just you roll for it. You roll Arcana checks to see
Okay.
how much, if anything, you learn.
And what did you say? So I don't have. I only have 3rd level spells, but the spell levels go up to, I think, 5th. So I can only learn spells that I have levels for so far.
You could technically transcribe higher level, but you won't be able to use them.
To
But
use
it's
them.
also
Okay.
harder to do.
Okay, so it would be, but like, and the roll would be easier if I waited until I was the correct level to learn it.
Right. Well, your roll is going to be like the outcome of your roll will be based on your level.
Okay. All right. Well, then, if it's cool with you, I'm going to try and learn Suggestion, Counterspell, Fireball, and Fly.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Just for all of them?
No, just one. 19. Yeah, so I'm going to say that you're able to learn 1 3rd level spell, 3 2nd level, and 4 1st level.
Okay. Could I just instead
Or
of
transcribe, rather.
I don't need any first. I only need 1 3rd level and no 1st levels.
You can
Could I-
use them. You can downgrade the higher level.
As it no, well, could I upgrade them into giving up all my 1st level learns into an additional 3rd level?
No.
Okay, so I can only do so. I'll write that.
You
How much did
you
say
can
again?
later do it again and try to learn another one again.
Okay. So you said how many?
But yeah, 2 3 4.
2, 3, 4. Okay.
Out of curiosity, you don't happen to have a picture or anything like that of the crown itself? Yes.
No, I don't think with me I have one. Maybe in my home in a history book, but...
Ah. Shit.
I mean, we'll probably recognize it, right?
Yeah, I was more thinking of that could probably have been a big help.
I mean, from what I've heard, it's pretty elaborate crown, so if you see a big chunk of gold that looks pretty, chances are that's it.
Yeah, I could have used that though, if I seen it.
You haven't seen it, no.
Nah, I know. That's why I asked for a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Well then, so we're gonna spend the night here?
Yeah, I think we should wait the day or two until the storm has passed.
Oh,
I don't know if
good to
there's
know.
anything we can do to, like, get extra rations or like improve our gear or something while we wait around, or I guess we can just sleep.
Like a bit
with
more
that, I
hunting and stuff.
deactivate.
Yeah. Ryda probably would be fine with just napping for 2 days. But I don't know if there's anything more constructive we could do.
I think
Alright.
I think Pot would go out with the lady. What's her name again? Cryer. If she's going hunting and all that kind of stuff, just to stock up on nibblies and whatnot.
Oh yeah, Cryer, one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is this cave safe, or like have they found you before, or like are we expecting company? Yeah, just so we know, like if we need to be prepared for visitors.
We should be fine, especially during the storm.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Well, we are going to take a short break here because it's about halfway point for us, and we'll be back in just like 5 to 10 minutes. So hang tight, and we'll pick up right where we left off.